This is the HMI controller for the Schaefer Technologies Model 10 version 4.1. I have turned on the main disconnect already on the side of the machine, which has put power to the machine, and given it about 20 seconds to boot up. When it boots up, it comes into the logon screen. The logon, both user and password, name and password, are case sensitive. You push the name. We're going to key in Supervisor 01 here. Cap lock on, S U P, numbers over here 1 2 3, brings up the keyboard 01, enter. Password, push on that. I'm going to take the cap off. It's lowercase STI is what we have set for this particular user, supervisor, and password. Once you've keyed those in, you push the unlock and then push the home button. That brings up the main page on the machine. At this point, push the main machine status button. Right now, there's no power, there's no air to the machine at this point. The vacuum pump has not been turned on because the main power is off. This is also the point that if there was a hopper out of position, the rectifier door was open, a back panel on the back door was open, or there was a non-sufficient air supply to the machine, it would pick up an alarm. I'm going to pull out the interlock right now on the door. As you can see, the alarm summary pops up. We're showing a control relay on and the machine is not ready because we have not powered up the machine at this point, which is not turned on the air. Rectifier door is open. I close that. It satisfies that alarm. At this point, I can pull out the emergency stop switch. It is a push-pull type switch. Push the main power on and you can see the alarm summaries have cleared. I push the back button and that takes me back to the machine status page. If I wanted to go to the main page, upper right hand button will always take me back to the main page. Then I'm going to go back into the machine status at this point. Now I'm ready. Everything on the machine is up and running. I'm ready to turn the vacuum on. So I push the vacuum on button. It will show that the machine air is now active. The fill hopper is at home and the rectifier is at home. To set up the closing station on the machine at this point, I can go into the closing station. Right now, since I have supervisor privileges, I can reset the ring counters. Supervisor privileges are required to be able to reset either the shift ring counter or the total ring counter. So to reset those, they are a 2-second hold on the button. You push it and hold it for 2 seconds. It will zero the counters out on either one when you're logged in as a supervisor. You also have a button down here that shows when green, OK to recap. You have the ability to reclose the filling ring 2 or 3 times if necessary to get a better closure on the cap ring if you so desire. You have a counter here that starts at 0 and will count its way up for 20 seconds. As long as this light is green, you can reclose without increasing your ring count. Once this light goes out, the ring count will increase when you close that. So we're going to go back now, back to the machine status, then I'm going to go all the way back to the main page and call up drive frequencies. We have presets that are listed here. Fill motor is 200333, preset is 2187 on the auger, and preset on the rectifier is 1312 RPM. Everything is an RPM here. To reset these, the buttons here at the bottom will send you back to our presets, the factory presets, as long as you are logged in as a supervisor. If you're an operator and you press one of these, it will take you to the login screen asking you to log in as a supervisor. But you can set the different, supervisor has got the capability of setting each one of these drive speeds within the min and the max that are spelled out. In the case of auger, there is a bead fill program that zeroes the auger because you do not want to have the auger run when you're filling beads. Just there. Back to main, we're going to go to drive status. Drive status shows you the different speeds that are set, how many amps that is drawing when it's running. You can go into the maintenance screen also. That will show you the total shift hours, auger shift hours, vacuum total hours. Then we're going to go back. We're going to go back to the main. Then I'm going to go to the formula menu. You can have 5 custom formulas that are set up that the operator can select, or beads. To go into formula setup, if you're a supervisor, that does require supervisor login. Here is where you would set up your different products at. There's products 1 through 5 beads, and we have set up a test in here. Go back. By picking a formula, let's say beads in this instance, you push run formula, and that will shift the different drives and the fill drive speed, the auger drive speed, and the rectifier drive speed to the formula that's been preset for beads. If there are custom settings here that you want to make a note of, adjust the vacuum to, adjust airflow to, adjust closing station to, these can be entered down in here, and that will pop up to tell the operator what they need to set those settings at to run this particular formula. User setup. This is where the supervisor can go in and set up additional users, additional supervisors, and that gives different access to the machine. The operator does not have full access, the supervisor does. So we're going to get out of that screen there. That is basically a quick rundown of how the different screens work on the STI Model 10 version 4.1 HMI touchscreen controller.